At the beginning of the film, you and I witness a courageous prince holding the severed head of a menacing monster. In addition, this child must defeat a five-headed dragon monster in order to save his land. On the other hand, the biggest danger is from a sorcerer, and now from here the story comes to the past. On a night, a sorcerer named Lizar in a thick forest, he brings a virgin into the forest and ties his hands and feet. That sorcerer Lizar had brought this girl here for this cause, so he may get married with this girl on the unity of 2 moons, and their begotten kid will defeat all the kingdoms. Due to this, sorcerer Lizar will rule on the whole world. And this night was also the night of 2 moons unity, and he had a good chance for him. But a kingdom's princess arrives there, whose name is Fabious, and he beats that sorcerer, shooting an arrow at him. Then that prince and all his soldiers free that virgin safe and sound. Afterwards, it is told, this story is revised after 1 year. Now the scene shifts to the time after 1 year, where a kingdom is shown and the king has 2 sons. One of the sons' name is Fabious, while other's name is Thaddeus. Fabious is the same prince who beat Lizar, and it is known more about Fabious here. Fabious is not only charming but also enough bold prince, because he has won many battles. But his brother is opposite as compared to Fabious. So Fabious is the apple of many people's eyes. But Thadeous is disliked by everyone. Even the king also considers him lazy, and he thinks that he is a useless man. One day, it is seen that Fabious returns back after winning 1 more war. Fabious had not beat anyone here but the sorcerer Lizar, and he has also brought the head of the sorcerer after beheading him. That defeat of sorcerer Lizar is being discussed here, seen at the start of the movie. Then Fabious displays that cut head to all, because Lizar is their oldest enemy and he is in the pursuit of defeating their kingdom. Now all admire Fabious on his courage. On the other side, Thadeous is not successful in that mission assigned to him by the king, so he is very disturbed there. Then Fabious delivers a speech all presented people there. Thaddeus experiences a sense of discomfort or regret because of this. Now Fabious is also brought the same virgin with him, who had been saved by him. That virgin is so charming. Fabious also makes her meet with his father king. Being inspired from her words, Fabious begins to like her. This is the cause that she proposes her for the marriage. Fabious also admires Thaddeus too much while taking meal. He also encourages him a lot, saying, "You can do what you wish. You have also the same abilities which I possess." Next day, Thadeus hears the communication of the knight of Fabious, who was saying, "Thaddeus is so coward and useless man, and he is also stupidest along with this. He does not deserve the seat of a king." Hearing this, Thaddeus feels more ill and he is also enraged. Being angry, he leaves the palace. Contrarily, celebration of Fabius' marriage is going on in the palace, where Fabius waits a lot of Thaddeus. The king says to Fabius when Thaddeus does not return, "Don't delay celebration." So Fabius agrees with him. At the same time, their biggest enemy sorcerer Lizar approaches there, the same sorcerer who had been defeated at the start of the movie by Fabius. Now he had approached here again to take that virgin, as it had been told that sorcerer needs that virgin. Now Lizar assaults them here, and he takes that virgin from there with his magic. Now the king asks Thaddeus to go with Fabius on a mission to rescue virgin. But Thaddeus is not interested at all in this mission. But king says to him, if he remains unable to prove himself at this time, subsequently he will be exiled or dispossessed of his status within the kingdom. So Thaddeus has to agree for his assigned mission reluctantly. Now Thaddeus also accompanies one of his friends with him, while Fabius is with his knights. Then they set out their journey. Now their first destination was to reach an oracle. Afterwards they meet the oracle, going there, where oracle reveals to them about the same prediction, when that sorcerer Lizar will marry that virgin at the night of the union of 2 moons, then he can easily dominate their kingdom. Then Fabius asks him, "What should we do now?" Then that oracle tells him about a magical blade made of the horn of unicorn. They can defeat Lizar easily with its help. But that blade is not easy to search out because it has been saved in a menacing point. So they will have to move there carefully and deliberately. The oracle also gives them a magic compass with this. which will support them to lead at that place. Anyhow, they all move ahead, coming out of that place. Reaching at a distance, they camp at a place. But it is witnessed that there is an old man among the companions of Fabious, who begins to recite spells secretly, stopping at a point. Due to this, a shadow of man is created there, and this shadow was of that sorcerer Lizar, not anyone else. It means this old man serves for Lizar, who pretends to be the partner of Fabious, and he calls Lizar his leader. Lizar orders that old man here, bring Fabious to me as soon as possible, so he may witness, what am I going to do with his expected wife. Now Thaddeus' friends hears and witnesses all standing there, so he informs both brothers Fabious and Thaddeus. But that old man was the special attendant of Fabious, so Fabious had a blind trust in him. So he himself goes to meet him, and he asks about this. That old man also not disagrees with this fact here, and he says, I serve for Lizar because he is my leader. Then he flees while diverting their attentions with his magic. But Thaddeus' friend captures him here, and they bring him into the camp. Coming into the camp, Fabious also knows an astonishing fact, that his one more special attendant has also companionship with Lizar. He tells Fabious, Lizar has ordered to imprison all and kill you. So he orders his knights to kill Fabious' companions. However, they all manage to flee in some way, where they are escaping, riding on a carriage. Meanwhile, a great fight is held among them, but they are succeeded to rescue themselves in some way. Lizar flies into rage when he knows about this. Being exhausted, they stop at a place of the forest, where Fabious' mechanical bird comes to him, through which Fabious sends a message to his father king, our knights have betrayed us, so send military for their support. Through them they may battle and defeat Lizar. A girl appears before them as they move a little ahead. They all are shocked, witnessing a lone girl in a desolate forest. Before this, Fabious asks him, what is she doing here? The wild tribesmen capture them, approaching there. The chief of that tribe was a brutal man, and he throws them before a giant and mysterious monster. That five-headed monster was so menacing and horrific. Then that animal bites Fabious. Then Thaddeus' friend has to remove the poison from him while sucking. Then a female warrior appears here with a dashing style, who kills that monster, facing it with boldness. It is revealed later that warrior is a girl in reality, and her name is Isabel. In fact, Isabel's father had been killed by the chief of this wild tribe, so Isabel had approached here to avenge of his father's death. So he kills that savage chief. In this way, they are rescued, and they set off their journey. Now they know here that Isabel knows the way to reach that magical blade of unicorn, about which it had been prophesied by the oracle. As a result, Isabel agrees to help them. It is observed here that Thaddeus begins to feel liking for Isabel. When Thaddeus' friend and Fabious go somewhere at night, then conversation starts between Isabel and Thaddeus, where Thaddeus tells Isabel about his journey. He also reveals about that magic compass while conversing. Next morning, Fabious notices as he comes back that Thaddeus is sleeping, and he does not discover that magic compass while searching. He asks about that magic compass from Thaddeus, but Thaddeus has no knowledge about the magic compass. Isabel was also disappeared from there. Fabious comes in rage on this Thaddeus' stupidity, and he is also very disappointed. But he decides to move further, ignoring this, and they reach their destination hardly after crossing a large distance. Now Fabious alone moves to search for that magical blade, leaving Thaddeus and his friend. Thaddeus discovers Isabel in a bar there, so he asks about the magic compass while stopping her. But Isabel refuses to return him that magic compass. A fight begins between them on this argumentation, in which Isabel defeats Thaddeus with no difficulty. On the other side, Fabius' own knights who betrayed him, they capture him and start hitting him. Contrarily, Thaddeus comes out of that place after being hit by Isabel. Then Thaddeus' friend tells him, showing him magic compass. I had stolen magic compass from Isabel during fight. They are feeling satisfaction on this. Then they witness that knights are taking Fabius along with him after capturing. Now they begin to think, what should they do now? As the sun rises, they make their way forward. However, Isabel emerges in front of them on the way. He threatens them to return the magic compass back, showing the sword. Then Thaddeus tells her about his brother Fabious, that knights have captured him. So Isabel gets ready to help them. Afterwards they carry them into a cave, where they move inside with the help of the magic compass, where they encounter a very menacing creature, which begins to run after them. Then they separate from one another to escape from it. Then Thaddeus reaches that place while running, where that magical blade was present, made of unicorn horn. Then Thaddeus pulls out that magical blade. At the same time, the guardian of that blade wakes up, who has many eyes. She declares, only real hero can grab this blade, but Thaddeus does not consider him a real hero. Then that guardian senses this feeling of Thaddeus, so she decoys him to return home safe and sound, saying this, he will be the next king if his brother loses his life, so he may return home while leaving all matters. But Thaddeus forbids to accept this and he favors his brother Fabious. Then he kills that creature with that blade and comes outside. He also rescues his friends along with this, and he agrees the warriors to accompany him, reaching the town. Afterwards, they all four move away to rescue Fabious. After a time, they reach the palace of sorcerer Lizar. Tonight was the union of two moons. Some moments were left in this. It is seen here that Fabious has been tied there. Then they succeed to rescue Fabious shrewdly, reaching there. Later, Thaddeus hands that magical blade of unicorn to Fabious. Due to this, Fabious begins to fight with Lizar. At the same time, other companions start battling with the knights and Lizar's partners. In this way, a war breaks out among them. In the meantime, two moons are united with each other, coming beside. Consequently, Lizar's powers are more enhanced. Then Fabious slays Lizar wisely with the help of the magical blade of unicorn. In this way, they are succeeded to rescue that virgin, the expected wife of Fabious. After ending the war, Isabel's departure time is also reached. So Thaddeus was so dejected. Isabel also says to him, I will also remember you forever. I will never forget you. After this, both heroes Fabious and Thaddeus return to their kingdom back, and the nation of the kingdom was celebrating their arrival. They were also very excited with this. King was also satisfied on the boldness of Thaddeus, that he has proved himself. And Thaddeus was also heartily happy. After this, Fabious and that virgin are wedded. A few days later, when Thaddeus is alone in his room at night, then he feels the presence of someone there. She is Isabel, not anyone else. She reveals to Thaddeus, I did not forget you till today, and I never stopped thinking about you. Thaddeus also feels joyous, finding her there. Isabel tells Thaddeus here about his curse. I'm under a witch's curse and can't get into a relationship with anyone, and we can be united after killing that witch. Then Isabel can also kill that witch alone, but she wants this, that Thaddeus may also accompany her. Then Thaddeus gets agreed to come with her. After this, their journey begins and the movie completes on this scene. Thank you for watching.